just going to kind of jump from place to place to ask you some questions to fill in some gaps that I have in my mind as far as your testimony earlier. So if you'll forgive me, it's not linear. Okay, so first off, you talked about going through the house, and then I don't remember if you left the house and then went through again a second time. Is that what happened, or can you kind of walk us through that process?
Sure. I didn't walk through the entirety of the house. I think to clear that up was when we cleared the house, at one point I left through the master bedroom door to the backyard and then re-entered that door to walk out the front door of the home.
Okay, so you went through the house and then went through the master bathroom and then went outside and then came back through.
Correct.
Retraced your steps.
Correct.
Were you alone at that point?
Correct.
Okay. And you had another officer that was with you when you, the first time you entered the house, right?
Correct.
Okay, and then what did he do?
He stood by the front doorway and covered the north side of the house while I south wall towards the laundry room and the carport.
Okay. And then at some point, did you call in additional officers?
I did.
Okay.
One of them.
Okay. What was the purpose of that?
To have enough people in the home to cover the three bedrooms that were with the two offices, the two bedrooms in the office that were in the home to the north.
So all eyes on any area that someone could surprise you from?
Correct.
Okay. Was there anyone in the house?
No.
The second time that you went through the house, did the second officer that you called join you?
When you say I went through that house the second time, you mean when I re-entered the home from the backyard to go out the front door?
I see, right. No, I guess this would be the third time.
Okay.
Sure. So you went to the house once, went back through, and then the third time you had called for support.
I never left the house the first time, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the first time, I guess to clarify, I came in through the front door. Officer Powell was at the front door with me. He covered to the north. I proceeded to the south of the home, came back to the front door, joined up with Officer Powell and me and Willie, and then started moving towards the north.
So at that point, Officer Powell didn't wait at the front door. He went with you.
Correct.
To the house, which had enough people to check every angle.
Exactly.
Okay. And I noticed going through that, as you came to each exit door, you checked the lock and unlocked the door?
Correct.
And was each door locked?
Yes.
Okay. So that would be the door that goes through the kitchen kind of out to the carport area?
Correct.
And the door that goes out of the master bath into the backyard?
Correct.
Okay. Now, there's a third door, a sliding door. Did you have anything to do with that door?
I did not.
And that's the glass door that you see. It's just off the dining and kitchen area.
Correct.
Okay. Do you recall if there was any kind of curtain or anything on that door?
Don't recall.
Okay. Jumping around. Now,
Okay.
jumping to the height of the fence.
Yep.
Okay, so when you went into the backyard, either the first time or the second time, did you notice how high the fence was?
Standard block fence.
So nothing stuck out at you?
No.
And the second time you went through with the two other officers, did they join you to go back to the house?
They did not.
Did they exit through the fence?
They did.
Into the alley?
Correct.
And do you recall if that alley gate was locked or latched?
I didn't go that far.
Okay, all right, okay. I have a question. I'm going to use this. On the master bathroom.
Sorry, for the record, this is exhibit.
249,
Thank
and
you.
the state's already there. So this is the master bathroom, is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, in your conversation with us, you recall talking to us about a towel that you kind of were interested in the master bathroom. Okay. Is it one of those two items that you can see in the picture, either the pink or the blue one?
The one on the door, the black one on the door?
Okay, so, oh, you mean this, like this?
Yes.
Okay, the black rectangle?
Yeah,
That's the towel that you noticed?
I believe so.
Okay. And what did you notice about it?
That had a smell of chlorine or bleach on it.
So, the entire house smelled of chlorine,
Correct.
but that particular towel, it had a heightened smell or odor?
The odor seemed to come back to me from the front of the house was where it was really strong. When you go through the bedroom, and the other didn't smell it as strong until it got to that door.
Good. Another kind of crazy question.
Yeah.
In your investigation of the house, did you ever find out what the trash collection schedule was for that alley?
No.
Will you agree with me that as you're walking through the house, that you did notice that cabinets or drawers had been rummaged through?
Say that again.
Did you notice whether cabinets or drawers had been rummaged through as you went through the house?
I don't recall.
I'm not sure we got this testimony from you, but do you recall whether the initial call from 911 was for a medical call?
I don't recall whether, I know they aired the radio call, and sometimes they come out as medical and PD related.
But nothing sticks out in your recollection.
No.
Do you happen to know where the firefighters were before they responded to the scene?
I do not.
How many firefighters, if you know, entered the house?
4.
And how do you know that?
They told me.
So, you and Powell entered the house,
Correct.
and then you called in, is it Weldy?
Yeah, well, yep.
Okay. Was there another officer, Buckler, at the scene?
He was.
Okay. Did he enter the house?
Don't believe so.
If you know, do you know what the firefighters did when they entered the house?
Not specifically. They told me.
Okay. Not for whether it's true, but for your notice of what they said, what did they say?
They said that they attached these to the victim and confirmed that she was deceased.
Was Detective Lockerbie there?
No.
Okay. Did you ever see him at that initial time look at the scene?
Not at the initial time.
Okay. I think that's about it, just a second. Were you dressed in a patrolman's uniform?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is that similar to the uniform you have now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And on your uniform, do you normally carry gloves?
In my pocket, yes.
Okay. And those are two types of gloves, correct?
Correct.
What are those types?
Typically, officers will carry either latex gloves in their pocket, which I did not, or felt kind.
Okay. And when you say felt kind, just, I'm familiar with gloves that you use to work on a car, say from Craftsman or something. Is that the type of gloves you're talking about?
Similar.
Okay. And what's the purpose for those gloves?
Typically, if we're gonna go hands-on with an individual, if we're going to arrest an individual, then we would typically put those on to look at skin contact.
Right, and that's really for your protection?
Correct.
And the other type of gloves, what are those for?
Typically, I would use those for biohazard or to limit transfer if I was handling evidence.
Okay, so those gloves are to prevent you from moving your DNA or whatever to the item, the object, okay?
And protection.
I'm sorry?
And protection from us.
Oh, okay, biohazard coming back the other way.
Correct.
Okay. Are those gloves, as far as your patrol officers, do they always carry multiple pairs of those gloves that are used for protection?
It depends on the individual.
Okay. Is there a particular style or color of glove that the department requires?
No.
Okay. How about the rubber gloves?
No, they usually have a supply, but they could go through different manufacturers and colors.
Okay. Crazy question. Do you remember what color those, I'm calling them rubber gloves, I realize they're not rubber. But what color those gloves would have been at that time that the officers had?
I do not.
And those are disposed of after one use, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But the felt gloves or the mechanics gloves, those are gloves that you have that you might use multiple times in a shift.
Yes.
Okay. In a moment, I may be done. That's all, thank you.
And redirect by the state, so you can have a seat, thank you.
Sergeant, with respect to the gloves, when you enter the residence, were you wearing gloves?
Was not.
And again, tell us the purpose of your entering the home that day.
To look for additional victims or potential threats.
Was that your primary focus?
Correct.
And in doing so, were you armed?
Yes.
Where was your weapon as you traversed the residence?
At the low ready or that the potential rooms that were open.
And what do you mean by low ready?
Just down, probably about at a 45-degree angle from my body.
From your memory, would that be the same, would that same information apply to Officer Powell and Van Wheelen?
It will.
Now, you talked about the smell of bleach or some bleach product throughout the home, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I think I heard you say a moment ago that it was the strongest near the front door.
Yes, sir.
But, so, when you made it to the master bath, explain to me again, did I understand you to say that it seemed to you that the odor grew stronger yet again?
I noticed it when I got to the door, as if there was some sort of bleach or chlorine.
Okay. this object that you pointed out to council a moment ago on the door handle, did you pick it up and smell it? So my question to you is, the stronger odor, do you know for certain where it was coming from?
It appeared from the door area.
Okay. From the door area as opposed to a particular object?
Yes.
Now, do I understand that once you exited into the backyard and you came back through the house, did you retrace your steps through the hallway where Miss Feldman's body was located?
I did.
Did you touch anything in the hallway?
No, sir.
And other than the unlocking the door and locking it back in the master bathroom, did you touch anything?
No, sir.
When you went to the garage and looked into the car, did you touch anything on the car?
No, sir.
Obviously, you must have touched the locks on the door in the laundry room to unlock it, correct?
Correct.
And then you attempted to lock it back, but were unable to.
Correct.
Now, council asked you if you touched the, I'm gonna call it an Arcadia door, the sliding glass door that led into the backyard. Do you recall if it was open or closed?
No.
You didn't touch it, correct?
Correct.
And why was that? Why didn't you approach that door?
That room was wide open, so any potential threats or victim was easy to see from my vantage point. There was a lot of potential evidence in that area that I didn't need to go to that. I didn't need to clear that area. I could visually do it.
Did you notice any potential blood evidence either on or around that door, either on the inside or the outside of that sliding door?
Objection to see the sequence.
Overruled.
You did.
I did not.
You were asked about whether or not this came out as a medical call a moment ago, correct?
Correct.
Do you remember what you heard from dispatch that led you to go to the residence on Monterey Way?
I recall dispatch saying that boyfriend had found his girlfriend in the home, not breathing. And I don't recall what was said after that, but it prompted me to leave where I was at and go to that call.
Now, as you and the Officer Powell and Officer Brown Weldy went through the hallway, checking the 2 bedrooms and the office, did you enter those rooms or did you simply look into them?
I don't recall whether I personally went into those rooms. The way that we were configured to search, sometimes we'll take turns, whoever has the best vantage point will take the bedroom to the left, to the right, while the other covers down. So that the other covers the potential threat of the hallway that is coming toward us, so we have all angles covered.
Okay. So, for example, if there were a closet in one of those rooms, would one of closet?
Yes,
Do you recall doing that at all?
I don't.
Do you recall do you recall a door being close to Ms. Feldman's body
I do.
in the hallway? Did you enter that door?
We did not.
Just so I make it clear, that again, in the laundry room, you didn't touch anything but the door locks, correct?
Correct.
When you spoke with the fire personnel, they told council that they told you they put leads on Ms. Feldman's body, correct?
Correct.
Did they indicate to you that they went anywhere else in the home?
They did not.
Did they tell you they didn't, or that you don't recall?
They told me they just went to Allison's body and put their leads on.
And then came back
I
out?
came back up.
Thank you. That's all the questions.
And counsel, could you approach, please?